The Tao of Self-Confidence, episode 203. Welcome to the Tao of Self-Confidence, where I share stories of amazing women who have discovered their inner journey to self-confidence. Visit our website at thetaoofselfconfidence.com. Your inner journey to self-confidence awaits. Well, hello friend. Welcome to the Tao of Self-Confidence, where I share stories of amazing women who have discovered their inner journey to self-confidence. I'm your host today, Sheena Yap Chan, and today I have a phenomenal woman on. She is a passionate entrepreneur. She's an international speaker, and she's also the founder of the Young Women Entrepreneurs Club. And I'm really just excited to have her on and share her tips and stories on self-confidence. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce you to Ciaara Roxas. Ciaara, how are you today? Maybe you can fill in a little bit more about yourself to our listeners.
Yes, of course. Thank you for having me on the show, Sheena. I'm really happy to be here. As far as my story, I basically started off a few years ago, 2012. I was working a full-time corporate job that I just hated. I was about $60,000 in debt, making like close to minimum wage at the time. And, I was supposedly my dream job that I had coming straight out of university, but it was obviously like not making very much money. Plus, it just wasn't very fulfilling. And I knew there was something more to my life and more to my dreams. So in the matter of 2 years, I was able to quit that job, start my own business, and move down to California, where I'm currently living with my life partner. And it's just been a dream being able to work online full time and really following my passion, my vision, and being able to empower women all over the world to take action and pursue their dreams. So I'm really lucky to be here.
Awesome. Well, thanks for sharing that. And I love that, we have similar visions, empowering women out there to just take action and live the life to their design versus what they're told to do, especially with, being Asian. We're always pretty much ingrained in our heads to just go out there and do what we're told, go to school, get that good job and get married and, just never say anything. so
yeah, exactly.
So it's great. It's great to see women like you, doing something different, showing others what is possible. So Ciaara, what's your cultural background?
Well, I'm Filipino. I was born and raised in Canada, so I feel very much Canadian. Of course, I did grow up in the culture of being Filipino, although my parents were a lot less, I would say, strict than most Asian parents I know. So I did have some flexibility there, but even that wasn't flexible enough for me. I really wanted to create even more freedom for myself. And so I really broke the mold in my family, being the first born in the family. And I kind of broke the mold by starting my own business and doing all these things that my parents didn't really expect, I'm sure. So, so my whole, growing up, my mom really wanted me to be a doctor and go to medical school. And that was kind of the path I was headed on. So it was kind of, I guess, very different for myself as well, like a surprise to me even, to start my own business and to travel the world doing it.
Awesome. Well, thanks for sharing that. And what would be your favorite self-confidence quote?
So my favorite self-confidence quote is, if you can dream it, you can do it. And I think I made that up myself because I have no idea where that came from. But I just love saying that if you can dream it, you can do it, because that's what really I stand for. And what I want to create in the world is, every woman gets to follow her dreams and believe that it's possible and that she can take action on it.
Awesome. And I love it. And I agree with you too. I mean, if you can think it or imagine it or dream it, anything's truly possible. I mean, everything around us was, came from someone's dream or someone's imagination, whether it's the technology of podcasting to the chairs we sit on, it all came from somebody's dream. So love the quote, short and sweet and very impactful. And in your own words, how would you define self-confidence?
Well, for me, self-confidence is being able to take one step towards your dream. For me, self-confidence is more of a journey than it is just suddenly, I have it all of a sudden. For me, it's more about growth. It doesn't mean that you're not nervous or you're not scared. To me, self-confidence simply means you're taking actionable steps towards your goals, whether they're big or small.
I love it. And it's so true, right? I mean, self-confidence is, I think, a journey that we're going to have for the rest of our lives. And, a lot of people look up to others and they think, wow, they're so confident, and not knowing some of the biggest stars still get, the jitters when they go on stage.
Oh, yeah.
Right. But they just go ahead and just keep on doing it. I mean, even till now, I've interviewed over 200 women and I still get like butterflies in my stomach before I go on, an interview like women like you. So I mean, we all have our fears. It's just going out there, doing it, taking steps.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter how big or small. A step is a step. Is a step forward towards your dreams. So great definition.
And you know what? One thing that I also want to mention is that I think the thing that a lot of like maybe women get wrong is that they think that they have to have self-confidence first and then they can do the thing. But the irony of it is, if you want to have self-confidence, you have to step into the fear, not away from it. So you got to have to do things that you're scared of, that frighten you, that you probably have never done before. And so this is what I love being able to do. I think to me, life is an adventure, and it's all about growth. It's all about becoming the best person you can be. So the whole journey of self-confidence I believe, is something that you grow into every day and expand.
I love it. And I totally agree with you on that. So thanks for sharing that. And Ciaara, what was your life like before your discovery of self-confidence?
Before self-confidence, I would say that, again, I do think it is a journey of growth. So there wasn't really a moment before and after, but I could say that I did used to live a lot more in fear and just have a lot more boundaries, I guess, a lot more limits as far as what I thought I was capable of. So I would say, like, when I first started my business, I remember that was the scariest thing, was quitting my job. And I remember every single day I was so afraid for no reason. I had no idea why I was so scared, but I was like scared to do anything after I quit my job. And it was scary going out there. But, I feel like that was the journey that I had to take in order to be where I am now. You got to step into the fear in order to get to the other side. And so that's kind of where I'm at.
Thanks for sharing that. And what was that point in your life when you realized, you just have to go out there and do it regardless of how scared you are, or maybe how worried you were, quitting that job and venturing into your business?
You know what? That's a great question. And, now that you mention it, I remember this one very, very clear moment where I actually reached out. I was working full time. I was in my corporate job. I didn't know what to do. I was thinking maybe I should go back to school. Maybe I need to go to school for marketing, and because that was my comfort zone, was going to school and was being in that student environment because I just finished university at that time. But I knew I wanted to start my own business. And I reached out to this really inspiring person. I had no idea who he was. I just saw him on LinkedIn. I was like, wow, whatever he's got, I want that. And I just messaged him randomly one day on LinkedIn. And I said, hey, I'm thinking of starting my own business. I know you're really busy. Maybe you know someone who can help me. Like, I don't know what to do. And I was shocked because later that same day, he called me on my phone, on my cell phone. I was on the SkyTrain in Vancouver, and I started crying my eyes out because he inspired me to just take action and to not be afraid. I don't have to go back to school and get a degree before I can start my own business. I can go out right now and go get a client, even though at the time I had zero, I didn't have a business card or anything, but he really inspired me to know that I can take action now, and I don't have to wait until I'm, more educated or, more knowledgeable or experienced before I go out and get clients. I can go out and use what I have now and learn along the way. I'm not going to ever know everything there is to know about anything, right? But it's all about taking those steps every single day.
That's amazing. And, it's true, right? I mean, we can take action now, and, change can happen in an instant. And I think that's what most people forget, right? They think they have to do more studying or do more training. It's like, I'm not prepared. I got to go do another training again. And, I've been guilty of it. I'd go on 3 days training and I didn't do anything, right? But when you just keep on taking that action, that's when you can really find like your mistakes, what you're doing wrong, and what you can do to fix it. And, you just become more confident because you know what to do after that. So,
and I do love education. I love the value. I'm always learning. I still am taking courses. I'm still learning, of course, and I still hire coaches and mentors. But I think the important part is to also, as you're learning by taking action as well. You're not just learning and not taking any action. You're not, so you want to be getting clients, you want to be doing your marketing, you want to be doing whatever it is in your life that's moving you towards your goals, and get out of the cycle of just, hiding behind your computer and studying or learning, So there is a point where, okay, it's time to take action, and let's do this.
Awesome. Well, thanks for sharing that. And because of that, what's your life been like now?
Wow. So obviously right now I'm living my dream life basically here in California, spending time with my life partner here. I get to work from my laptop, which is something that, I never even thought was possible getting out of university. I always thought I was going to be a doctor, so I thought I'd be, working 60, 70 hours a week as a doctor. And so this is something that is really just a whole 180-degree difference, just working from my laptop and being able to travel whenever, being able to spend time with people that I love. And, I'm really grateful for the life that I have now. And it wouldn't have been possible without, me taking those risks and always stepping outside of my comfort zone, because I think that's really important as well. And I want to also let women know, like, this is a journey, of course. It's not going to be an overnight thing where you suddenly have self-confidence or you suddenly have whatever it is, but it's, it's a step-by-step process.
Thanks for sharing that. And, I'm so glad you're out there living your dream life. It's just really inspirational. And, I'm sure the listeners are inspired just by listening to your story. And Ciaara, if, to the woman who's actually listening to your episode, she may be in a similar situation. What would be that one tip you would give to her regarding self-confidence?
So regarding self-confidence, it would be to just take one action step every single day that's going to bring you closer towards your dreams, whether it's reaching out to, someone that you don't know, maybe someone who inspires you and, asking them, for some advice or something. Take one action step, whether big or small, that's going to take you towards your dream, and eventually you're going to get there. It's all about forward movement. And as soon as you make that commitment to just take one action step every day, you'll be on your way to achieving your dreams.
Awesome. And I love that you said, forward movement. That's such a great term, because we can never go back. We can just keep on moving forward. And I think that's what we have to start learning. You know what? The past is the past. Let's focus on the present and work towards our future. So great tip. Love it. And if our listeners want to get to know a little bit more about what you do or about the Young Women Entrepreneurs Club, is there any links or social media profiles we can connect with?
Definitely. You can find us on Facebook is probably one of the best places to connect with us. Facebook.com/YWE Club. You can also download a free gift. I'm offering a free gift for any women listening to this podcast. It's the Life Purpose Map, and it's 3 steps to discovering your life purpose. So if you want to get that, it's yweclub.com/gift. So anyone listening to this can get the Life Purpose Map. It's a 3-step process to being able to know your own 2-word life purpose, which is going to serve you in being able to be clear on your vision and your purpose for being here and being able to make decisions that are in alignment with that. So I'm offering that as a gift for the women listening to this podcast as well.
Awesome. Well, thanks for sharing that. And to our listeners, if you want to connect with Ciaara, you can also head on over to thetaoofselfconfidence.com and search for Ciaara's name. Her show notes will pop up along with everything else we talked about. And I really just want to thank Ciaara for taking the time to share her story with us. So thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me here.
It was an honor to have you on. And to our listeners, be on the lookout for another new episode of another amazing woman's journey to self-confidence. And we'll catch you later. Bye for now.
Bye.
Thank you for tuning in to another amazing episode of The Tao of Self-Confidence. Get your free audiobook by visiting our website at thetaoofselfconfidence.com. Your inner journey to self-confidence awaits.